Hey! So we get some viewers in here. A little impromptu live session. Well, how's it going, those of you who are watching? What's up, Lone Star? I found out some information, okay? What's going on, Justin Dow? Does my stream really look that bad? Does it? Does it really? Does it look as bad as I'm seeing it? I hope not. Yeah, it kind of does. Oh man, let me see if I can fix that real quick. And I got a problem with internet or something. Verizon sucks. You get better at all? It looks crystal clear right here. Hold on. Let me exit that. What is that open for? Oh, great. Something's frozen on the computer. Uh-oh. Whew. All right. Let's see. No, don't do that. Hey, I'm doing a live. Doing a live. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I can move closer to the joining dip. Let's see if that helps. Justin Dow knows these live things aren't really that easy. I guess you gotta have like business class internet or something. Oh, got wrenches on there or something. Ooh, I'm tangled. Living room. Okay. Let's see if that helps. I'm closer to the box. All right. Hopefully that's a little better. Maybe, maybe not. Nope, no better. That sucks. All right, well, what I wanted to talk to you guys about, we'll fix this. I'm gonna have to go get an actual cord to plug into this thing, like an Ethernet cable. But what I wanted to talk to you about is these guys right here. These are battery pliers, and SnapOn sells these. SnapOn sells them as the 208 CCP battery pliers. Now, what's funny is these are actually made by Wild. If you can see, it says right there, it's etched, which is actually something I hate. But these are actually made by Wild, and I got them off HJE for 11 bucks. SnapOn sells these same pair of pliers for around $31, I do believe. So that's what I was getting at. SnapOn is a rebrander, and this is not the only example of the rebranding they do. They do it with a couple other products. I just found a bunch of pliers that they apparently rebrand and just put their name on it, for more or less. So what do you guys think? Is this worth? Now the SnapOn version will be, I guess you would call it parkerized. We'll have that black phosphate finish to it, but essentially it's the same thing. Is that finish in the SnapOn name worth the, what, 200% markup? Thanks for the shout out, Dow. That's what I'm thinking. It's not worth the markup. If you can get this for 11 bucks, you know, it's literally the same thing. The handles, I don't believe the handles are even different. So what, 20 bucks on top of what these regularly cost? Are you serious? But there's other examples. If I had my Google Chrome open, I could probably show you. So let's see if I can switch, and we'll see that. Instead of me, my blurry cam, maybe it won't be so blurry sharing this website. So these are what I'm talking about. $31.25 for the same pair of pliers. Nothing else is different except for the phosphate finish and the SnapOn etching, of course. So what do you think? What do you think? Are you serious? SnapOn does this with other stuff too. Let's see if we can find it. I'm gonna go here first and see if we can pull this up. Doesn't look like it. So let me switch back, and I'll go ahead and look at my history. I just had, let's see, is I was just searching for lock ring pliers. Okay, now a little bit of backstory on this. I was at a customer. I was doing some breaks, and they had that like a lock ring, basically one of those rings that you compress around a circular retainer or pin for the brake lever on the actual brake shoe. That was what was holding it, and it's only on one side, which was weird because the other side used the E-clip for like the right hand or the left hand. I don't really remember, but I needed something like this. I needed a lock ring plier to go ahead and spread that apart. And it ended up taking me like half an hour extra. So I was a little annoyed. So I went to searching for one of these pliers. Now, I believe I found what I was talking about. Now, these are, I don't know if they're pictured correctly. They're probably not. But we'll go ahead and share it anyways. But these are a pair of lock ring pliers. As you can see, they're used to spread open that type of lock ring, right? So the problem I have here with this is that it's 5350, but if you go and you look for the whole thing, Sharon? Okay. If you look for Wild lock ring pliers, and a lot of times I search for stuff, I search in images to actually see what I want. Look at that. It's the same thing. And look, Home Depot has them for 16 bucks. $16. Yeah, Maxwell, I still wouldn't recall it rebranding when they own the company. I don't know. It's just not not something. But if you look here, also you have this double action compound lock ring pliers. We go back to SnapOn, their website, and here you have it, the same compound snap ring pliers. So SnapOn is literally selling, and at this point, now Justin Dow says he disagrees. These are the same pliers. These are, I'm not talking about pliers in a whole, because there are pliers that SnapOn actually makes, but these are actually made by Wild. I keep cutting out. Let me stop sharing. Get some of this out of the way. I need that? No. Okay, so snap ring plier set. SnapOn actually has a history of rebranding from Lang. So I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help you out, man. I'm trying to help, those people who can't, say they can't afford Snap-on versions. Well, some products Snap-on actually offers are cheaper because they're offered from, by other companies. So those wild pliers, those wild lock ring pliers, which weirdly enough, Snap-on calls them snap ring pliers, but everyone else pretty much in the industry calls those pliers I was just showing lock ring pliers. They're available from Wild for a percentage of what it would cost. A percentage of what it would cost from Snap-on. So, warranty aside, they're the same thing. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. These, they're the same thing. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. There's no way you can say the Snap-on version of this is a better tool because this is the same tool. Yeah, now you're starting to get what I'm saying. Like, they have a history of offering stuff from a lot of other companies. Now, what is it? There's a pretty small tool, but it's the spark plug gapper. That's not a Snap-on tool. It's a Lang tool. So, the one that's straight with the orange handle and it's chrome on the end and it's, one piece like this long. It's from Lang, not Snap-on. And you can't say that Snap-on tool is better than the Lang version because it's the same thing. Cable cutters. I don't actually have cable cutters. Cat diesel power. I use my 10-inch long Knipex diagonal cutters, and they usually get through what I need them to get through. Because they're the high leverage 10-inch versions. I don't know what kind of versions you have, but Dow, I'm not shitting you. You're my favorite turd. I would not shit you, man. This is the same thing. It's the same thing. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is it. They either Wild or Snap-on puts a black phosphate finish on it and etches their name on the tool. It's literally the same tool. Look it up for yourself, Dad. Look it up for yourself. Go search on forums. Anyone can go search on forums right now and contest me on what I'm saying. This is Snap-on 208 CCP. It's the same thing. Period. Yeah, cat diesel power. That's what I use to cut cables all the time. It works pretty well. They're high leverage versions, so you get on a battery cable and Snaps right through that thing. I love those Knipex things. My only issue with it, just like this, that's the only reason I would say that, you know, Snap-on may have a better value, is that if you can make out through my shitty camera, there's actually some like surface damage that will not come off of these pliers, and it was from using them to remove a battery terminal. So the Snap-on, you know, might have a more wear-resistant coating on the actual tool, and my Knipex pliers, they're not coated, so they rust just sitting in my toolbox. Yeah, man. Harley, I take pride in that, man. I like to know, you know what I'm saying? I'm sort of a cheap ass at heart. So if I can get something from a big name that is actually the same thing, that's what I go for. That's more my thing. I generally don't buy into the rebrands. I don't like rebrands. I don't like buying rebrands because they're more expensive, because I'm going through, you know, at least 2 people to buy my tool. You know, I'm going through the company, then the dealer, and I don't want to do that. I want to go to who makes it and buy it because it's way less expensive. That's why I only have around 7,500 in tools, period. And I'm still, you know, out here servicing forklifts with guys that have 20,000 in tools, you know? So the camera is good. The internet is bad, pal. That's my issue. I can record a video straight off of this camera and it will look good. Yeah, I too got mine from Best Buy. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of tools out there that are actually rebrand, and it's a little strange, you know, because here in America they love to do it. Also, other countries as well, like Germany, they do it too, but they still have their, you know, like one-off manufacturers that make a specific product. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we don't have too many of those here. Like in Japan, there's companies that only make pliers, and you know, we have some of those same things like Channel Lock, companies like that, but they got like 5 companies in Japan that like only make pliers. They got companies in Japan that only make sockets. They got companies in Germany that only make vice grips or locking pliers. We don't even have a manufacturer that makes locking pliers, do we? So it's not the camera. It's not the camera. I wish I could make it better. Somehow my internet was better, or it was better on the other computer. Maybe it's the processor in this computer or something, but it's not the camera. I assure you it's not the camera. Yeah, I don't know what huh. Yeah, ooh, I don't know what I just did there. I don't even know how to improve it. And I'm pretty tech savvy. You know, I built my own computer. Thanks for the donation, Dow. I will try to get better internet. I wonder if this thing will let me look at my internet connection. No, probably not. Oh. Let's see. No, it's not there. Let's see if we can get some properties on this. Properties. Nope. Status. There it is. Why is it so hard? 65 megabits per second. Looks like I'm streaming that. I don't know if that's up or down. It's only supposed to be 25 is what I'm paying for, something like that. Yeah, it looks like I'm at 65 megabits per second. Quality is pretty high on my wireless connection, but let's see what it actually looks like. Oh yeah, it looks pretty horrible. Beta-Tools is an Italian manufacturer, but you gotta watch because some of the Beta Easy stuff is actually Taiwanese made, and just our SnapOn Junkie, he had his Ferrari set. He had checked the open ends of the wrench, and it was like way out or something. This is what he told me. So I would look to somewhere else. I mean, Ghidorah is a good brand, but Hazet is pretty pricey for what they are, and I would consider going Stavilla or Ghidorah in my opinion. You might try to look at Elora as well, but that's my opinion. Lone Star, yes and no. No, I made a comment back to a guy a little while ago on one of my videos. Sunex and a company called PTP, or let me first tell you about PTP. PTP is an importer of Taiwanese tools, and they are headquartered in North Carolina, I do believe, or is it South Carolina? I think it's North Carolina, but the head office for Sunex and PTP are just a 4-minute drive apart. And the when you look them up, when you look up Sunex's address, they list on their website on Google Maps, it says that PTP is located at Sunex. So it's my impression that PTP is, or Sunex is offering the tools from PTP. So in a way, yes. I guess no, because I think they're from PTP, and yeah, I think they're PTP impacts, but Sunex offers them as well. So that's my stance on that. Yeah, you do that, Justin. You do that. Because I would like to know myself. I'm under the impression that the Cornwell stuff is supplied by PTP, and Sonex is also appears to be supplied by PTP as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand. I think certain things escalated the junkie Nestor relationship, especially YouTube with commenters and, you know, trolls and stuff like that. I know Nestor likes to talk about trolls a lot, but I think that really put fuel to the fire. You know, it really wouldn't have been that big of a deal if if you know YouTube and all the commenters and all the what do you call that? Like egos, the internet personalities. If that wasn't involved, it wouldn't be that much of an issue. That's what I think of the point. Finn, I don't think so. I think SK was the last names of the creators, if I'm not mistaken. Like one of them was S, one of them was K, first initial of their last name. No, you didn't miss much, Jeremy. Not much. And by the way, before his super chat runs out, shout out to Justin Dow for dropping me $25 to get a better internet connection. I hope I can fix it one day. I don't know. Ever since my other computer took a poop, it's been like this. I don't know what to fix it. I've tried the camera. I've tried being closer to the router. So I got to explore other avenues. Maybe I should choose my other computer, my actual gaming computer, my build computer, to plug this camera into and see how that goes, because I know it has a better wireless adapter, as well as constantly updated drivers on the whole computer. Sometimes it's just a daunting task to update that thing. But I know if the computer is actually the issue in this situation, I'd probably fix it by using, I'll show you. We're going to have to take a walk. I could probably fix it by using that thing. That's my, I got the panels off because, I'm cleaning it out right now, but I could use that to, if the computer's the issue, I could use that to fix that issue, but no, Brit-Tool is not a big brand here at all, really. They're owned by Stanley Black & Decker, who also owns Qualcomm over there. So, and they own Mac over here. So, it's not really something they want to bring here, I guess. It's Brit-Tool. It inherently sounds British. So, I don't expect many people to want something like that in America. But it's all Taiwanese stuff anyways. So, you know, back in the day, Brit-Tool was actually manufacturing stuff in England, but not anymore. Absolutely not anymore. They are a completely Taiwanese brand at this point. All that's left of them is the name, sadly. Yeah, Dell User. How's it going, Dell User? I haven't seen you make an appearance in a while, man. Glad to see you back. But yeah, I probably could start there, but I don't have one. Oddly enough, I don't have one of those. I have searched my whole entire house. I don't have one. Yeah, what's weird, Dell User, is that the other computer, the Linux computer, handled this a lot better, and it had an i5, but I don't know which i5 it has, because it actually conked out. It will not, like, I have a power issue on that Linux computer, because if it were any other issue, I would have just fixed it, but it will not turn on with battery power or plugging it into AC with the adapter. So I don't know which i5 it has, and I don't know which i5. I can see what i5 this has, but I don't know if they're the same. This computer, for some reason, runs a lot slower, and I don't know if it's because of Windows or it's, you know, Linux being a lighter system than Windows, but no, we don't have King Dick in the States. They are still a English manufacturer. They still manufacture in the UK, but they don't have much of a foothold here in America. Yeah, this camera, okay, is a step down from what Junkie uses. It can actually record in 1080 and stream in 720p, which is about what it looks like on my screen. But to you, it does not look like that at all. So I'm pretty sure, because in the beginning, I was using the camera on the laptop. This is a dedicated webcam. They both output the same thing, so the camera is not the issue. It has to either be the computer, which is what I'm thinking it is, or the internet connection. And I had no issues with the internet connection before that other computer crapped out on me. So I'm tending to think it's just this computer. For some reason, it will not handle this. It might be, but you know, I looked at my connection, and it's what, 64 megabits a second. It's not extremely high, but it's not extremely low. And before, when the stream was actually conking out, that was when I had Google Chrome open a bunch of times. Yeah, and that was on Linux computer, Dow. That was on a different computer. Nothing else has changed. You know, I have done streams throughout, you know, any time of the day, but I don't know what is going on here. All of a sudden, it's conking out. Uh, Finn, Finn, I'm gonna answer your question real quick here, but uh, that really depends on what you're looking for. What kind of 3/8 ratchet is a step up from the Baco one? It depends on where the Baco was made. Like, what kind of ratchet do you have currently? If it's USA made Baco, or it's a current production Baco, which I think is actually Taiwanese. I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me on it. I think it's Taiwanese. But do you want a sealed ratchet? Do you want a round head ratchet? Do you want a flex head ratchet? Do you want a locking ratchet? Do you want a comfort grip ratchet? There's too many options. So you have to decide. I can tell you brands are good in America. SnapOn is absolutely a good ratchet. Armstrong, absolutely a good ratchet, but we're going out of business. Matco would be a good ratchet to some people, but it's not sealed head. Older Armstrongs are sealed heads, or Armstrongs are not sealed heads. The list could go on, man. Cornwell, if you if you like your ratchet to not be overly computer machined, or overly manufactured, they actually finish the ratchets hand. So there's a ton of ratchets, and if you didn't even care about where the ratchet came from, then that would open it up a ton more. Then you have to look at, you know, the other brands like Steel and Tech and stuff like that. Like there's just so many ratchets out there. You know, there's Napa. We have Napa over here. What's wrong with the Cornwell, Dow? Yeah, and that's what I'm. If you look in the chat here, you can see, you know, there's a lot of brands we have over here that make ratchets. But the ratchets I personally have are 2 Snap-on ratchets, 2 gear ratchets, and 2 Napa ratchets. I actually do have a Nepros ratchet, but I'm not using it currently. That's a Japanese manufacturer there. Who else am I missing? Proto. Can't forget Proto. They have good ratchets. There's also Wright and SK, good ratchets. A lot of people like the SK ratchet though, but it's like a 50-50 split when you know, people who have had experience with the SK round head ratchets. I don't know. I've never used one. I look Justin down. Get $5 more, man. You're the homie. Real rat. M Fits. Okay. SK are actually in the process of updating their ratchets, or I wouldn't say updating. They're going to keep making the other ones, absolutely. But there are, if you Google, let's see here, if I can remember what it's called. I think you Google prototype SK ratchet. You will see a teardrop ratchet. If you look in the images, you'll see a teardrop ratchet that has a green switch. That ratchet, you know, they have been teasing that ratchet for like 6 months now. And I don't necessarily mean for like 6 months. Since it's like 6 months ago or something like that, we've shown ratchet, and it still has yet to come out. So. That's funny. No, Gary D. Unfortunately, I do not know any manufacturers. There, I searched this one time before, and I come up with it. Check Garage Journal, garagejournal.com. Go in a forum, and I think someone over there knows, because I've seen it. You know, the answer over there before. I think like 1 or 2 manufacturers that even offer a 3/4 inch drive socket rail. Oh, I have to keep that in mind, Lone Star. Apparently, your rebuild kit is $20. The whole kit, though. I have more ratchets than that. Those are just the ones in my service van. I have something like, I have 2 cheap ones downstairs, like no name. That's how you know it's quality. There's no name on it. But 2 of them down there, and like 3 Craftsman. The new style that was before the current new style Craftsman. So it had the fat handle, but didn't have none of that raised panel stuff on it. You know what I mean? And one of them is actually 8/4 tooth. Yeah, Harley, that old Husky stuff was actually before, I'm sure you probably know this, but it was before, who Husky again? Home Depot? Home Depot owned them. Home Depot currently owns Husky, but before that, Stanley Black & Decker owned Husky, and they exchanged it in in order to be able to be sold at Home Depot, they made a deal selling Home Depot and to also be the supplier of Husky 5 years. I think that deal was in like 2009, something like that. Might have been 2005, something like that. Early 2000s, late 2000s. But before Stanley and Decker owned Husky, Husky was their own thing. So yep, it had a green selector switch. That's the prototype. So it's not out yet, unless they released it and I didn't know about it. Which I'm going to get off of here and go if they release it. Apparently, it's supposed to be a fine tooth SK ratchet airhead. So I'd be all on board for that. Later, Maxwell. What is that? Or is that a Napa Carlisle or something? Oh, New Britain. Yeah, see, so it's amazing how many manufacturers are gone now. I mean, we look at like Utica, Rebrand, Bonnie, stuff like that. Like, why is it gone? Where'd it go and why? I mean, I know where it went, but why? Why? What happened? Who fell short? You know? It's so many, especially USA manufacturers are on now. It's ridiculous. That's another question that's across the board, Finn. I think we have levels. I think other countries do as well, but there's levels to really what cordless tools are marketed to. So DeWalt would be like a contractor brand, but you could use it as, you could use whatever you want, but, DeWalt is generally marketed as a contractor brand. And then you have your SnapOns, Matco, and your, who else? Is there somebody else? SnapOn, Matco, Mac. But it a lot of the stuff would be the same as the DeWalt stuff, but it's similar. But you have like levels to what people use. So what we have available here is DeWalt, Portable, Bosch, Makita, like I said, Matco, SnapOn, stuff like that. But hey, it's getting pretty late. I'm gonna. Oh, what do I use? I have Makita ones, just so you know. 12-volt Makitas, the ones that are white. they discontinued those, unfortunately. So I have to look into a new, you know, lineup of tools to, you know, get any of the nice updates like brushless and stuff like that. I could still go Makita, but in the end, my batteries aren't going to work with the new stuff. So I'll be switching to something new anyways. So I'm going to have to look into, you know, someone else. I've been looking at Bosch, but I don't know. But hey, you know, that's all I got for you guys. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. I'm sure the friends waiting for me to be done with this. Just so you know, these are SnapOn pliers. 208 CCP, same thing. They are, I'll give you the part number before I leave. They are Wild D410P dot or period NP. So that's the part number for these Wild pliers. They're the same thing as SnapOn's 20 CCP. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.